go right on to our next speaker, running for Congress in the 2nd Congressional District on the Republican ballot, Wes Sonner. Wes. Thank you.
Sometime while we the people were sleeping, thieves crept in and robbed us. I know they did because our government of, for, and by is missing something. It's missing the people. I have no desire to go to Congress for you. My plan is to go to Congress with you. Every day now someone asks me, Wes, why in the world would you want to run for Congress? And the answer to me was simple. When I see that something's broken, I'm not the kind of person to sit around and wait for someone else to take care of it. Our government is broken, and it's up to we the people to step in and fix it. When I look around at the candidates that are existing in this field and our current representatives and senators, it dawned on me. Nobody really represents me. Me, a regular guy, living a normal life, married, father of 3, an Air Force veteran with a house and a job that I have to drive an hour and a half for each way. My kids go to public schools and my wife works for the Better Business Bureau to help us make ends meet. I worry every single day that day is going to be my last day on the job. You see, I've lost jobs. And I know what it's like to be faced with the decision, do I pay child support or pay the mortgage? I understand that a $2,000 a month COBRA payment is not an acceptable replacement for a solid and affordable health care plan. I understand the challenges of being a small business owner and entrepreneur. And I know what it's like to work all month and only see half a month's worth of pay in my paycheck because the other half was redistributed. I know what it's like to live under the burden of a federal tax system that somehow those richer than I and those poorer than I seem to always find a way around. So I decided to run for Congress because I figure I must not be the only person who feels this way. I have to believe that other people like me have noticed that every single time we call or write our representatives, they don't return our call. But you know what? As a regular guy, my phone is always on. And when my friends call and want to talk about something that they think that is on their mind, I answer the phone and I listen. I understand what they're saying because we're the same. We're just regular people living regular lives, and that's why we call each other. I'm running for Congress because I want to be your telephone at the other end. I want to be the call that you make when you see that something's broken and you want it fixed. I want to be the voice that calls you back and says, I got your message, I understand it, and I promise to pass it on. I want to be our representative because it's clear to me that our government's broken. And right now, we the people aren't being heard, and it's up to us to stand up and fix it. The second thing people ask me now is, Wes, what makes you think you're qualified to be a congressman? And I have to kind of chuckle inside because the very fact that they're asking that question tells me that there's a problem. If our government has become so complicated and so complex that we the people can't understand what's going on, there's nothing more telling than that our government is broken. You know, it's kind of like going out to your car in the morning and you go to start it up, you put your key into the ignition, you start it up, and then you look down and realize the steering wheel's gone. We have no way anymore of steering that car. Well, the good thing about we the people going to Congress is that we take our own steering wheel with us. I believe that regular people are our best representatives. And the best way to make sure that someone represents us is to send people who are like us. Not some career politician with his lifelong pension, his special elite health care program, and his job for life. Someone who lives a real life, who understands real life problems and knows how to apply real life solutions. So all of this naturally begs the question, Wes, what is your plan to fix it? Well, it's not my plan. It's our plan. It's what I've heard repeatedly while listening to people all over the district talking about their frustration with what's going on. There's so much work to do, but I propose we start here. First, we need jobs. The greatest barrier to our free market economy, and by extension our jobs, is that our second highest in the world corporate income tax. We need to immediately and permanently slash the corporate income tax to a flat rate no higher than 25%. And likewise, when consumers have more money in their pockets, they consume. I believe the time has come and that America is ready for a fair, flat consumption tax on individuals of no more than 10%. The consummate Democrat John F. Kennedy knew the power of lower taxes when he said, "It's a paradoxical truth that tax rates are too high and tax revenues are too low, and the soundest way to raise revenues in the long run is to cut the rates now. Cutting rates now is not to incur a budget deficit, but to achieve a more prosperous, expanding economy which can bring a budget surplus." You get that? You cut the tax rates, you get a budget surplus. Second, we need to restore representation. Politics is a job, not a winning lottery ticket paid for by the taxpayers. We need to make sure that people go to Washington for the right reasons, by eliminating lifelong pensions, get rid of the special elitist health care for Congress, and enact fair term limits for all of our elected officials. I know that these are just a couple of items on our national to-do list, but there are so many more. I believe that first and foremost, we need to get people back to work, both at home and in Washington. We need to fix our economy and fix our system of representation, and the best way to do that is to put regular people in place who are not beholden to their own personal agendas or special interests. I don't want to go to Congress for you. I want to go to Congress with you. You are my special agenda. You are my special interest. Sometime while we the people were sleeping, thieves crept in and robbed us. I know it because our government of, for, and by was missing the people. We need to wake up right now and put the people back.